Hi, Wendy Hinman here with the Daily Hope. We're going to talk about poinsettias today. Here's a Christmas riddle. What do the little drummer boy and poinsettias have in common? Well, they're both stories about poor children wanting to bring a gift to the baby Jesus. And it's a story about acceptance. So you know the little drummer boy story. He wants to give a gift to the baby Jesus, and he looks at his drum, and that's all he can do. So he plays his heart out, and he gets a smile from the baby Jesus, and he takes that as acceptance. There is a legend in Mexico that a poor girl on Christmas Eve wanted to come to church and bring an offering to the baby Jesus, but she didn't have anything. And an angel told her to bring these weeds, these sticks. And so she just obeys, and she goes into the church, and they bloom into this beautiful red flower that some say symbolizes the star that was over Bethlehem, just because of the way the flower looks. But anyway, it bloomed into something beautiful. And the young girl felt accepted by God because her offering was accepted. Well, it's just Christmas time when we look for those kinds of miracles, don't we? It just seems like there's something, almost a Christmas magic in the air. When you watch a movie, right before whatever that miraculous thing is going to be, it starts to snow. And the white Christmas is just this idea that it's going to be a great Christmas. Well, when we were growing up in Carlsbad, my brothers and sisters and I, it didn't snow in Carlsbad, so we had no expectation of a white Christmas. But we had a poinsettia plant. It was a bush in our backyard. It wasn't the hybridized kind. So Paul Ecke down in Encinitas hybridized the poinsettia so that when it grew, it was shorter, more transportable, and the leaves would come in green and bushy underneath that great red bloom. But the native poinsettias that were imported from Mexico, they're not native to Southern California, but were brought up and grow well here. The native unhybridized kind were these bushes. They're just spindly sticks most of the year with these kind of, come on, you could do better leaves on them. But then when they bloomed at Christmas time, they were beautiful. And it was that moment. So my brothers and sisters and I, we would look out there, is it blooming yet? And for some reason, we thought if the poinsettia bloomed, it would be a harbinger of a great Christmas. Something miraculous was going to take place. And it bloomed almost every year. Ironically, the one year that it didn't bloom during the Christmas season, we had snow in Carlsbad. December 13th, 1967 was the last time that it snowed in Carlsbad, California. And I think the snow did something to our poinsettia, and we didn't have a poinsettia year that year. But that Christmas miracle, whether it's the drummer boy or the little girl looking for acceptance, I think that is really the Christmas story. There's nothing in the scripture about poinsettias, but we take these symbols that are tradition and we just put meaning to it. So when you look at a poinsettia, think of acceptance and think of this verse. In Hebrews 8:32, it says, "He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all." Jesus was given, the baby born to die, but delivered him up for us all. How shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Jesus is the greatest giver. God is the greatest giver. For God so loved the world that he gave. He gave Jesus, and Jesus gave his life so that we might be accepted in him. So this Christmas, look at the poinsettia and think of God's acceptance of you, God's gift of salvation, and Jesus giving the greatest gift, his very life, that we might be saved and redeemed in him. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.